Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey,
Because,
Rashad.
like, I know what this comes with. A lot of times this can come with higher engagement, but with that comes like it's like rage bait. So it's like a lot of people in the comments, regardless of what I say. If I say I agree with this completely, or if I say I disagree with this, white people gonna be in them comments, boy, calling me all types of monkey and ABC. But I did think it was interesting to at least like look at. And I do think it is important to every now and again look at something that wouldn't typically be in your wheelhouse of media that you consume. I say that with a grain of salt because I know what this is gonna come with, but I'll just play it anyway. The JR Wisdom, a white woman details her black fatigue experience. And JR speaking in the second half of the video.
Young black men of the community, listen, this is not an attack. This is not me being racist. I am just simply stating what I noticed happened today in my community.
Of course, as the Duchess of the Blacks. The Duchess of the Blacks has something to tell the Blacks, okay? So listen, Blacks, I'm your leader. I'm your queen. I'm the Duchess of the Blacks, and this is my...
So I was out eating breakfast with my daughters, and a young gentleman came in for an interview, and he was wearing a do-rag, all black, long sleeves. We live in Florida, and his pants were sagging. You are not being... Nobody is being prejudiced against you. Nobody is being racist against you. You're not getting hired because of your color. You're not getting hired because of your presentation and how you carry yourself. And that is not your fault by any means, because you should have had parents that went over this with you and taught you better. So it's not your fault. But please listen. When you go for an interview, make sure you don't have anything on your head. And this goes for white, anybody. Don't wear a hat. Don't wear a do-rag.
But you started off the video by saying, black men, I got a message for you. That's how you started out the video. And now you want to backtrack and say, no, this is for everybody, for white, black, Latino. You know, when people be like, I don't see color, purple, yellow, green, orange.
Don't wear a bonnet on your head. Make sure you have like a nice colored t-shirt at most. I know everybody doesn't have like the means to buy certain things, but you can definitely go to any thrift store and get a decent outfit for a good interview outfit and use the same one for everything. That's what I did when I was a kid, like young, 18. So this is not an attack on you. I'm just simply stating I personally would not hire somebody if they presented themselves in the way that I just saw this young
black person, the way that I saw this Negro present himself. Say it out loud, use your words, be big and bold, like how you started off the video. You're giving basic, general interview tips to young professionals. However, I'm going to skip to, this is 122, so I'm going to go back to 122. You started off the video by saying,
young black men of the community.
Young black men. You're giving general job interview tips to the youth. But you started off the entire video by saying young black men of the community. I'm skipping back to 122.
This young gentleman present himself. So if you're going for an interview, make sure you look right. Make sure you got, there's nothing on your head. Like I said, a nice pair of either jeans with no holes, no rips in them. Make sure your pants.
I'm going to say this. I had a coworker go out of town over the past weekend to go to a wedding in Virginia, right? They went to the wedding in Virginia and they said it was casual. The dress code was, kind of casual and things of that sort. So my coworker goes up there in some khakis, a button-down t-shirt, and they had a blazer, right? So they pull up and they see how everybody else was dressed. So they was like, okay, it's a little more casual than what I thought the casual was going to be. So they took off the blazer and left it in the car. They go out, right, to the wedding. People is casual than a mug. The actual bride is in a traditional white bridal dress, everything like that, long train and stuff like that. The groom comes out, this joker in some a white shirt and some khaki cargo shorts, bro. At his own wedding, He out there in some khaki cargo shorts. Needless to say, this is a white man. I say all this to say, like, this isn't specific to the black community. This isn't specific to any color. It's a lot of people, especially in this generation, the more casual we become in societal standards and stuff like that. I'm a casual guy myself. I show up to the office. When I show up to the office, it's khakis and a polo shirt, untucked polo shirt. That's it. And I wear my hoodie when it gets cold. I ain't got on no blazer when it's 90 degrees outside and I'm taking it off when I go outside and keeping it. I ain't doing all that. I keep it pretty casual to the point where Deion Sanders had a problem with it. Going back to Deion. Anyway.
Pants are up over your butt, a belt if you need one, or make sure your pants don't ride below your butt, and a good collared shirt, and you're golden. And then just speak politely and you'll get the job. But showing up the way I saw this young gentleman show up it's not it. It's not it.
Now, some of you may say that what she's saying, she didn't directly say anything in reference to that, but this is something that people, not just white folks, but black folks are tired of seeing the foolishness. And obviously this kid, maybe his friend gotten a job there in the past looking like that. Who knows? But there's obviously no man in this kid's life, no mentor, whatever have you. And maybe the mother to even let him go. I mean, who knows what his station is in life, where he's currently could be homeless. Who knows? But there's certain etiquette when you go to get a job. And you can say, well, JR, well, he probably didn't know. You know you shouldn't be sagging your pants, for one. I see dudes, I live in Atlanta now, guys, and I just see dudes, and even back in Charleston, where I'm from.
Based off what? You know you're not supposed to be sagging your pants in a job interview based off what? How does everybody know that? How did you know that, JR? I'll tell you how you knew that. An older black man, more than likely, told you, pull your pants up, boy. You ain't gonna get no, pull your pants up. Stand up shirt, bunny, collar shirt. Get this. Solid black bottoms, you can get you anywhere. Casual, professional, this or that. You wear these colors, what Steve Harvey say? You get these 6 colors, you can make 67 different suit combinations. You had an older black person, an older black man probably tell you, pull your pants up, present yourself like this, dress like this, speak like this, hello to this. If you didn't have that, how can you get mad at the person that didn't have that? Instead of sitting up on the internet on your high horse and making a video and the black community could do this better, and we tired of seeing this and that. How about you go out in the community? There's plenty of mentorship programs. It's probably one in your area, especially in Atlanta. You got the 100 Black Men. You got all these other. You can go with one of the rappers' foundations. The whole hip hop community lives in Atlanta, and all the rappers that's making some type of money, anything over $1 million, got a foundation. Usher got a foundation. Join one of the rappers or the artists or the entertainers foundation and their little pursuits to help the community out and become a mentor. Instead of sitting up in the comfort of your home in your luxury apartment in front of your podcast mic, which I'm standing in front of as well too right now, and just talking about we are tired of seeing this and this is ridiculous and get off my lawn, young man. Instead of doing that for an AdSense check, because that's what you're doing it for at the end of the day, how about you go outside and sign up for a mentorship program and become a mentor and tell one of these kids who's never had the exposure to know to pull up your pants, wear a button-down shirt with a tie, look straight up, sit up, eye contact during an interview, be prepared for an interview, be prepared with questions to ask the employer at the end of the interview. Always say please and thank you. Use your manners. You do this. Open the door for me. If you never had that, how you gonna get mad at you don't get mad at a baby, right? For throwing some. I had this conversation with another artist. I don't want to spoil their future music and stuff like that, but I had a conversation with an artist and they said that was my hot take on music and stuff like that. How can you be mad at a baby for getting a football and just throwing it to the ground And you say, no, son, no, daughter, you supposed to throw the football back to me like this. They don't know what to do with a football. They never seen football. They don't understand the game of football. You give them the ball, they're going to do like this. They're going to whoop. They're going to play it all types of wrong ways because they never been taught the proper way to handle a football. They never been taught the proper way to eat by themselves. They've never been taught the proper way to hold a fork. You mad at a kid doing this because you ain't teach them how to use it. And now you're like, I know you know by now. Ain't nobody taught this person how to use a spoon and what a spoon is and this and that. And they ain't never seen anybody in their immediate circle and in their immediate view of life use a spoon. How are they supposed to know how to use a spoon? So instead of you being like, look at that child over there ain't using the spoon, how about you go over there to the child and say, hey, young buck, I see you. You're enjoying your meal and everything like that. I hate to interrupt you. However, get you a spoon. Here's a spoon. Teach the children. Instead of just scolding them for a check on social media, teach the child. And in terms of this, you say, well, Rashad, she was trying to teach the child. And you got mad about that. I didn't get mad about it because of her message. I got mad about it because she made it a general point to all of the youth for what to do in job interviews and how to do things in job interviews. If you can't afford a suit, if you can't afford dress clothes, go to the thrift store and get you one good outfit and just wear it to all the interviews in that church and that services, all the things that you need, right? When you're young. I had no problem with that message. What I had a problem with is she started it off with,
young black men of the community, listen.
That's what I had a problem with, because you're singling out one particular demographic of a huge message. Your message was obviously to all of the youth. It was to the young white kids. It was to the young Asian kids. It was to the young Hispanic kids that come in and apply for the job, whatever company or the company that you're the manager at, that you're hiring people, right? That's what it is. So it's like, don't speak to the general population, but start it off with
young black men of the.
That's what I had an issue with. And to Buddy, instead of just sitting up here and talking down on the black kids and this and that, like Dick Gregory, they just sag your pants. They just sag their pants. How about you go out there and instead of just you sagging your pants, you look stupid, you look this and that. Come at them with compassion. Come at them with the understanding that nobody has probably taught them the correct way, the quote unquote, whatever the correct societal acceptable way is, and tell them, hey, instead of doing this, give them an alternative. How about you do this and da 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 da. I remember my dad, he got on me when I was 10 because I used to, if I had to take out the trash in the morning, I put my shoes on with my pajamas on, roll the little trash can or whatever to the curb, come back in the crib. My dad said, no, we ain't doing that. He said, every time you leave the house, you need to have on some clothes. Every time you leave the house. Then he got to the point where he was like, if you staying in the house, if you're here for the summer, because I used to be at my dad's house in the summers and stuff like that. By 12 p.m., you need to be dressed. Everybody in the house need to be dressed by 12 p.m. Because you never know when, hey, can you ride with me to the store? Can you ride with me to this? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do that? You need to be dressed. You need to be ready, everything like that, ready to go. My dad taught me that. My parents taught me certain ways of like, this is how you need to present yourself. This is how you need to speak. This, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, please. No, thank you. My parents taught me that. You had to be taught. So instead of just scolding kids for not knowing these societal expectations, how about you go out there and teach them? We got big brother, big sister. We got at my old high school, we have a Marietta mentorship program for the youth and everything like that. Like there's so many mentorship programs out there. And if you don't have one in your community, here's another suggestion. Start one. Groundbreaking concept, I know. Shouts out to Dr. T. Smith over there in Lafayette, Alabama, who has his youth program. He's got Kiwi Shelbert, Kiwi Tolliver. Shout out to Kiwi. Anyways, Kiwi came back from Lafayette High School as an alumni. He graduated from Norfolk State. He's doing his thing in technology, everything like that. He's always wanted to design and build video games and things of that sort. He went through the program, went to college, graduated, came back to his hometown, and now he's a part of the board of youth alongside Dr. T. Smith over there in Lafayette, Alabama. That's how you do it, bro. Be the change you want to see. Instead of just sitting down and complaining about it, go outside and be the change that you want to see. There's plenty of opportunities to get, you know what I'm saying? That's it. There's plenty of opportunities to just do your thing, man. That's it.
Where I'm from, you just see dudes just walking, and I'm pretty sure they walking probably miles, maybe a few blocks, but you're walking and you got your cheeks, and I'm not even gonna say pause. You got your cheeks out, showing off your, and it's highly suspect that
young black men of the community.
And once again, JR, this is AI, edited AI, everything like that. Stop it. Put the AI down, bro. If you're too lazy, if you ain't got the time to edit your own video, don't do it. How about that? How about the way that you got on those young men for never hearing the right way to train themselves? How about I speak to you like that? You're lazy. You're fake intellectual to think that you're advancing by using AI, everything like that, and you like talent because you can't do it yourself and you can't hire someone to do it for you, and you're broke because if you had the money to hire someone to do it, you just hire someone else to do it, but you can't afford that. You rather be frugal with it and just throw it the lazy way by throwing it through an AI machine. How about all of that? The same way you talked about those young men who never heard the right way and the alternatives and everything like that. So here are some, I'm gonna take my own advice. I'm gonna give you some alternative solutions as a longtime content creator and member of this space and things of that nature, right? Here's the thing, right? Instead of using AI for your captions, you can use closed caption. Facebook, all these platforms is going to give you the option to use closed caption. You could just use closed caption. If you don't want to type in the words yourself, you could just use closed caption, man. Or you can get a designer to transcribe it for you. This is an evergreen message. It's not timely. It ain't something like, oh, that take too long. I need to get this out. No, you don't. It's an evergreen message. It's not a trending topic. It's not a timely message. This can go up 6 months ago. This can go up 6 months later. This can go up in 2 years from now. People are going to be talking about the same thing. People been talking about black boys sagging my whole life, bro. People been complaining about ghetto boys my whole life. People been complaining about ratchet black folks my whole life. This ain't a conversation that's going to go away, brother. You could hire a graphic designer who's going to get those things for you, everything like that. They're going to make the edits for you. They're going to get the B-roll for you. You can pay for your little stock footage. You can pay for everything like this. You can hire actors of your own and have a whole wheelhouse of JR Wisdom actors and actresses and just film a bunch of stock content. Hire those people. Hire the cameraman. Put money in other people's pockets instead of hoarding everything to yourself by using lazy AI and free stock. Instead of doing that, you could do that. But no, you choose to be lazy. And to be honest, Mr. JR Wisdom, I speak for everyone when I say this. White, black, we're all tired of seeing it. See how I flipped that on you? My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the road to 10K subs. Please follow and subscribe, everything like that, because I'm live each and every single day. I'll be live again tonight because I have been live each and every single day. Until next time, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good afternoon. Have a good night. Have a good day. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. Until next time, peace.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.